have bad news for you. This is the last time we'll be meeting.
You don't listen, do you?
You can say that again, Pop.
People are starting to notice.
Hidden in Joker first 10 minutes. A clue that predicts the ending. Missed it? Let's blow your mind. The film Joker opens in a city where the gap between the rich and the poor is vast. The wealthy live with privilege and disregard the poor, looking down upon them. In this city lives Arthur, the main character. He stays with his ailing mother and dreams of becoming a successful comedian one day. Comedy is his passion, and he idolizes a popular talk show host, hoping to appear on a show someday. That Arthur works as a clown, holding advertising signboards for businesses on the street. One day, while working, a group of boys harasses him, steals his signboard, and after a chase, they hit him with it and beat him up badly. Hurt and humiliated, Arthur reports the incident to his employer, but instead of receiving sympathy, he is scolded and told he won't be paid. Arthur, lacking confidence, cannot defend himself and walks away, heartbroken, wondering if he's truly worthless. Returning home, he tries to dance, a small escape from his pain. The next day, he tells a coworker about the incident. The coworker expresses sympathy and hands him a gun for self-defense. Arthur initially refuses, but the man insists. Later, on a bus, Arthur attempts to entertain a young boy by making faces. The child laughs, but his mother becomes angry and yells at Arthur. He starts laughing uncontrollably. It's revealed that Arthur suffers from a mental disorder that causes involuntary laughter. He hands the woman a card explaining his condition and returns home to take his medication, which he receives from a government clinic due to his poverty. Arthur visits a psychiatrist regularly, but she seems indifferent. During one session, she reads a troubling entry in his diary. "I don't want to die horribly, but I've lived that way." At home, his mother asks if they've received a letter from Thomas Wayne, a powerful businessman. Arthur says no. His mother believes that Thomas, once close to her, will help them. One day, Arthur meets a single mother in his apartment building and becomes attracted to her. She soon visits his apartment, and they form a bond. Meanwhile, Arthur gets a chance to perform at a children's hospital. But while dancing, the gun falls from his pocket, scaring everyone. He is fired. When he tries to lie that it was just a toy, his boss reveals that his coworker already told the truth. That on a subway ride home, Arthur witnesses 3 drunken businessmen, employees of Thomas Wayne, harassing a woman. He begins laughing uncontrollably, attracting their attention. Mistaking his laughter as mockery, they assault him. Arthur, in a fit of rage and self-defense, shoots and kills all 3. Shocked, he flees and hides in a public restroom, where he slowly begins dancing. At peace, not remorseful, news of the murder spreads. Thomas Wayne speaks on TV, calling the killer a coward in a clown mask. Strangely, the public sympathizes with the killer, and protests break out. Protesters wear clown masks to oppose the rich. Arthur visits his psychiatrist, only to be told their sessions must end because government funding has stopped. Later, Arthur performs at a comedy club, but fails to make people laugh. Instead, his nervous laughter ruins the performance. At home, his mother insists he mail a letter to Thomas. Curious, Arthur reads it and is shocked. It claims he is Thomas Wayne's son. Furious, he confronts his mother, who confesses that she and Thomas had a past and planned to marry until class differences got in the way. Arthur visits Wayne Manor to meet Thomas, but is stopped by a worker. Arthur insists he's Thomas's son, but the man dismisses him, calling both him and his mother delusional. Heartbroken, Arthur returns home to find his mother has had a stroke and is hospitalized. As he waits, 2 detectives question him about the subway murders. Arthur suspects their questions triggered his mother's breakdown. Later, on TV, his idol, Murray Franklin, the comedian, airs Arthur's failed performance and mocks him. Arthur is devastated, realizing someone he admired is ridiculing him for laughs. Meanwhile, the city's unrest grows. Clown mask protests escalate, targeting the elite, including Thomas Wayne. Taking advantage of the chaos, Arthur sneaks into a theater where Thomas is watching a movie. In the restroom, Arthur confronts him, claiming he is his son. Thomas denies everything and punches Arthur in the face. Arthur returns home, shaken, but then receives two major pieces of news. The police want to question him again, and Murray Franklin has invited him onto his show. It turns out Arthur's awkward comedy clip boosted Murray's ratings, that before accepting the invitation, Arthur visits the psychiatric hospital where his mother was treated. He steals her records and discovers that she was delusional and that Arthur was adopted and abused by her partner, causing the brain injury that led to his condition. Disturbed, Arthur visits the apartment of the woman he thought was his girlfriend, only to realize she never knew him. Their entire relationship was a delusion that, overwhelmed by pain, Arthur goes to the hospital and kills his mother. Back at home, he finds a photograph of her younger self with a note written by Thomas. "I love your smile." This leaves Arthur confused again. Was his mother telling the truth? He puts on his clown makeup. When his coworker visits, Arthur believes he is being set up and murders him violently. Then he prepares to appear on Murray's live show, excited and dressed as a clown. Two detectives chase him, but Arthur escapes by blending into a crowd of clown mask protesters in the subway. That Arthur finally arrives at the TV studio. During the live show, Murray asks him why he's dressed as a clown. Arthur answers that society only notices him when he wears a mask. He then makes a shocking confession. He was the one who killed the men on the subway. He blames society's hypocrisy. When the rich kill the poor, no one cares, but when the poor fight back, it's called madness. He accuses Murray of exploiting him for ratings. As Murray denies it, Arthur snaps and shoots him live on air. Chaos erupts. Arthur is arrested, but while being taken away in a police car, a protester crashes into it, freeing him. The crowd cheers. Arthur climbs onto a police car, bleeding but triumphant. He paints a smile on his face with his own blood and raises his arms, embracing the crowd. His pain has now become his power. Elsewhere, Thomas Wayne, his wife, and his son try to escape the chaos. But a protester in a clown mask kills Thomas and his wife, spares their son, Bruce. The film ends with Arthur in a psychiatric facility, laughing. When a psychiatrist asks why he laughs, Arthur says, "You wouldn't understand." As he walks away, his bloody footprints trail behind him, but the story shows how a kind, broken man became a killer. The message is powerful. When society ignores the pain of the vulnerable for too long, it can turn victims into monsters. Arthur finally finds peace, not in love or healing, but in being seen, even if it's as a villain. The film ends on this haunting note. If this recap changed your mind about Joker smash like, if it didn't, fight me in the comments. And subscribe. You know you want to? Thanks for watching.